Hey, Mom. What's
Hello.
the name of it?
Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're looking at Yuengling Oktoberfest beer.
The Marzen.
Yeah, Marzen. Seasonal beer, classic Marzen style, or Märzen as they say in German actually.
Here we go. We changed the name of the beer again.
Märzen.
Marzen.
Alright. ABV, they don't have it on the bottle. I thought they would have it. Probably 5.3, that's my remembrance of it. I'm going to put the notes below. I'll look it up on their website.
Right.
I bought this at Mathern's.
How much?
Like, for a single, like $1.79.
It's a little pricey for them. Marzen.
I think they're $7.99 a six pack.
So isn't this style beer just a basic German style beer? This would be like their Bud Light of beers.
Well, it's not even that popular at their festivals anymore, because the beers that most Germans drink at Oktoberfest is the fest beers. They're light color, you know, the straw color ones.
Yeah. Yeah, we got one of those one year. It was a collaboration with Sierra Nevada, and it was fantastic. They collaborated with a company from Germany. Bitburger, right. And I don't know the particulars of how they all made the beer or what was going on with it.
They just got together and collaborated the recipe.
It's a real pretty color. It's like that Texas Longhorn orange color.
It's almost like a copper water pipe.
Yeah. It smells good. I mean, it's got that Sam Adams smell to it, which I guess you know from now.
This company's main brewery is in Pennsylvania, but they have one in Tampa, Florida. We probably get in the Florida one.
Florida.
Once again, I say this, it smells kind of like Roman meal bread. Or maybe
I'm barely picking that up.
Maybe somebody else's brown bread. Maybe it's a different brand of brown bread I'm thinking of. It's sweet.
I'm getting sweet. I'm not really getting bread.
Yeah, sweet, malty, grainy, barley.
I'm not really getting grainy either. I'm still on malt and the sweet.
Well, malt comes from grain. Barley, malt, right?
Well, I'm not getting what you're describing, which is bread or bread crust.
You're getting yeast too, like a bread yeast. When you smell the bread, bacon, and that yeast you smell. To me, it smells nice and clean.
Yeah, but I think you're stepping out on a little there. Describing this as bread.
I don't think so.
Well, guys, test this yourself. Does it smell like bread? Comment.
Yeah, bread or I was going to say a muffin, but I think bread. Okay, cheers to the taste.
Cheers.
Practically no bitterness.
I get the graininess.
Now we get the graininess.
In the taste.
It's pretty clean and kind of bland.
Yeah. It's light. This would be the Bud Light of Marzen's. Yeah.
Yuengling beers, I like them, but they're all kind of bland. The premium, the traditional, the light, this. You know what?
Have you had the black and tan or the porter?
The black and tan, I never had the porter, never could find a single. And then when I tried to, they never did sell six packs down here.
Well, now before we get the big influx of the Yuengling beers, we would go to Pensacola and pick it up when we were vacationing there.
Mobile.
And they would have the black and tan, they would have the porter, and then there was an upscale one that had some aristocrat on them.
Oh, Lord Chesterfield Ale.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. I was about to say that. That's my favorite one. We can't get it. They sold it here for 6 months.
Well, they did with the intro to beers, right? And that's why they pulled them.
Nobody bought it.
Because they figured that, okay, we got the New Orleans people, because in New Orleans we travel to Pensacola or Gulf Shores. That's our
in Mobile, you got to go through Mobile.
Yeah, that's what they call a redneck Riviera. That's where we go.
All right.
And then we come back. Well, that's exactly what they call it. So don't be all right. That's what it's called. And so then we come back, because that's where we vacation is, to Pensacola. We've always done that ever since we were kids. And that's the nickname for it. You don't have to agree with it. A lot of people won't. So while we're there,
I think I've heard people say that.
yeah.
So while we're there,
that's when we got introduced to the Yuengling beer. And we could only get it while we were there. So every time we get it, we're like, oh, we can't wait to get the Yuengling. And we'd always get the Black and Tan. Black and Tan was fantastic.
I always bought it when I was in Mobile, if I was passing through Mobile. But they sold the Lord Chesterfield here for about 6 months,
right.
And it was gone.
And I think what that was is that they didn't introduce the full line to see what would take and what wouldn't. And then they figured, okay,
right, whatever didn't take, they got rid of it.
yeah, they figured, okay, everybody's a Bud Light drinker, so boom, we're pulling it.
What about Flight? Did you ever try that one? That's that new ultralight. I never tried it.
No.
It's the Yuengling ultralight. But I've had enough ultralights. I know what they taste like.
Right. If on an ultralight, on a cheap scale, I'll just get an Natty Light.
Well, that's not even an ultralight.
Right.
Ultralight's like Michelob Ultra and Miller 64 and.
But isn't the
Bud
alcohol
Select.
profile with Michelob Ultra and the flavor profile right at the same line with Natty Light?
Yeah.
Same alcohol.
What changes them is the calorie count is super low. Those ultras will be below 100. They're really watery.
Yeah.
Lord Chesterfield was in that green bottle, remember?
Yep. I've had a lot of people make comparisons to that and said that the Natural Light has got a fuller taste, and then Michelob has more flavor, but it's watery.
Oh, you're talking about the ultra?
Right. Michelob, I'm sorry.
I still think this has a lot of good flavor. It's just real subtle. And to drink this after drinking a 10% chocolate stout, it's kind of unfair. You know, we drink that super high ABV chocolate stout, and now this. It's like we drink it backwards.
Well, it's refreshing. I mean, you can look at it in two ways. You can say, okay, well, this is a downsized beer because it's not measuring up to flavor or alcohol. But I say it's like any beer. All beers have their own place.
It's nice and yeasty. It's real smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave the Brooklyn Chocolate Stout, Imperial Russian Stout, which we agreed wasn't really a Russian Imperial, but I gave that a 93. Oh no, 94, huh? And then
I gave it a 91.
but this one, in its own world, which is supposed to be easy drinking and all, it does have a lot of good qualities. I would be giving it almost the same score, like about 93. It's really nice. I could go through a 6-pack and not mind it at all.
Yeah, it's got good flavor to it. I don't know if it'd be one of those go-tos that you want to go to, like a lot of people like Bud Light because they like the flavor profile.
I mean, just go to it August, September, October. I mean, you go to it.
Yeah.
And $7.99 at Mathern's for a 6-pack. I think that's not bad.
It's favorable. I would score it a 93.
Huh, how about that? People will say, y'all don't get along and agree on beers. But if you watch all our videos together, we actually agree almost every time.
Mm-hmm.
We don't agree for the same reason,
we just look at beers differently.
We drink them the same. Anyway, so Laissez Les Bon Temps Relate, a most excellent beer, and we're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.
Drink better beers.